Let's go to see the activities for Chapter 9. Problem number 1, find a point estimate for the mean price of all textbooks. This is going to be the mean, which is 114.5. So the mu is 114.5, so the correct answer is going to be C. The second activity, you look for the z-value for a 98% confidence interval. So we have 0.98 divided by 2, which is 0.49. And then we have to check the table of the normal distribution. So we have to check for 0.49. So 0.4901, the closest one will be 2.33. So the z-score is 2.33. So the correct answer is going to be A. Let's go to see the third activity. For the third activity, we have a sample of 42, and we know the population standard deviation. So we have to use the z, the normal distribution. So we have x bar plus minus z times sigma over square root of n. The x bar is 114.5 plus minus, we know the z-score from the previous activity, 2.33, times the standard deviation, 12.3, over square root of 42. The margin of error is 4.422. So we do 114.5 minus 4.422, and then 114.5 plus 4.422. So in this case, your answer is going to be 110.08 to 118.92. So the correct answer is B. Let's go to see the next one. For this one, we have a sample size of 15. So n is equal to 15. So we look for the t with 14 degrees of freedom and a 95% confidence interval. So we have to use the t-chart. So we have to go to 95% and then 14 degrees of freedom. So it is 2.145. 2.145. So the correct answer is B. Let's move on to the fifth activity. So in this case, we know the standard deviation of the sample. So S is $5.60. So we have x bar plus minus t times S over square root of n. X bar is 64.3. We know the t from the previous problem, 2.145, times the standard deviation, 5.6, over the sample size, which is 15. Again, if you calculate the margin of error, this is 3.1. So you have to do 64.3 minus 3.1 and 64.3 plus 3.1. So this is going to be from 61.2 to 67.4. So the correct answer is going to be A, 61.2 to 67.4. For the last problem, we have a proportion. So we will use again the graphing calculator. X, the number of successes, is 195. N is equal to 250. So we will go to use the graphing calculator. So let me adjust the light for a minute. And then we have to follow the same steps as we followed on the exercises. So we have to go to Stat, Tests, and then you have to go to letter A. And I repeat, could be letter B for TI-84. So for this problem, X is 195, N is 250, and you look for a 90% confidence interval, 0.9. And then you have to click calculate. So this is the correct answer, 0.737 to 0.823. So the correct answer for this problem will be D, 0.737 to 0.823, and you can see the answer also on the graphing calculator. And these are the activities for Chapter 9.